I can't believe I'm talking about this on the internet. Let me sit up for this one. This is kind of exposing my mother right now, but I'm really yapping. Oh my god. Hi everybody, I'm here to give you life advice today. On Instagram, I asked you guys if you needed any life advice, and here are the ones that really stuck out to me and I felt I can give advice on. Today we are comfy, cozy in my bedroom. Grab a snack, grab a drink, put your blanket over your lap, get comfy. By the way, this is all unprofessional advice, clearly. Let's get started. The first question is setting boundaries with people when you're burnt out and tired. Why does it feel like every time we need to set boundaries, it's when we are burnt out and tired? Probably because you're letting people run all over you and you're sick of it and you're like, all right, it's time to stick up for yourself. I think something that helps me a lot is remembering that you are the only person that's going to stick up for you and stand up for you. If you are not able to set the boundary for yourself, nobody else is going to. So it's all about communication. It's so important to navigate a sensitive conversation with understanding of both parties of yourself and the person you're talking to, and letting them know that you understand why but I can't have this for X, Y, and Z reasons. Just being super understanding, coming from a soft space, and just getting the point across as kindly as possible, because when you come at it from an aggressive or defensive point, it kind of puts a wall up. How to not have money anxiety. We've all been there. I have so many people in my life who deal with anxiety around money, and it's rubbed off on me at times, and I have to check myself, and it's just a really hard thing, and I understand it. It's really tricky, but it's something you have to unlearn. It all starts with changing your beliefs, I think. I have on my vision board, I am a money magnet, everything I want to be more. Constantly telling yourself that you attract. This is stuff that's worked for me, and it genuinely brings more money into my life because I'm on that energetic wave of receiving good things. It's all about the mindset, right? So like, it's just telling yourself things. I'll say things like, all the money that I spend comes back to me times 10. And something I recently learned was looking at your money in a way of like, thank you money for letting me do the things that I need to do and want to do. So appreciating that you do have, if you do, the funds to do these things, because a lot of people like will make money and just like hold on to it and be so anxious about spending it. That's how I have experienced money anxiety. It's basically just being appreciative to the money for being there, for letting you do the things you want to do, being okay with letting go of it, and saying bye-bye money and come back with your friends. It's all about just keeping a positive mindset. It takes a really long time, but holding on to your money and being so anxious about spending every dollar is just so time consuming and just fogs your mind so much. So if you can just release the obsession over money and kind of just look at it as a thing that you have that lets you live and do the things you want to do, and it will come back to you. It actually will, and I'm proof of that. Not to say that you should spend all of your money. I also got a question on how to save money, which I will answer in a second. I just have one more thing to say. I also looked at money in a way for a long time of like, I didn't look at what you're getting in return. I didn't look at it as a transaction. I looked at it like, I'm literally just throwing my money in the garbage. But when you think about it, it's like, I'm spending money on, let's just say, a TV. I'm getting the TV in return and giving them the money. I'm not just throwing my money in the garbage. Of course, if you're like spending your money on useless crap, that's a different story. But like, now I have a TV that will give me a lot of joy and will bring my family together and be entertainment in my life, and I'll learn things. I can watch things on documentaries, things like that. Just, it's really all a mindset, and you have to work on it, and you have to check yourself every time you feel negative. You have to face, I know a lot of people have trouble, wow, I'm really going on a rant about this, but I know so many people struggle. I know a lot of people struggle with like looking at their bank account. It's like exposure therapy. Look at the bank account. It is there. It is, you have to face it. You can't just ignore it. It's like just training yourself to get used to it, get used to different feelings behind money. You can get used to anything. That's my biggest advice in life right now. The biggest thing that I personally follow is you can get used to anything, good or bad. You can get used to going to the gym every single day the same way you got used to having a sweet treat every single night before bed. You can get used to really positive things, and you can get used to really negative things. So whenever people, like, I'm going to use quitting vaping or nicotine as an example, because I know a lot of younger people are struggling with that or have struggled with that. It's like the same way that you got in the routine of hitting a vape every day, you can get used to the routine of not hitting the vape every day. Just keeping in mind, I can get used to anything, good or bad, helps me so much. Anyway, I want to now answer the question of how to save money. I believe that I am really good at saving money. I'm probably not the best ever, but I definitely am good at it. So something that I always keep in mind for money saving, because like I said, everything is a mindset. I mean, once you look at something differently, everything changes. I like to have a pile of money that I can sit on because it gives you confidence, it gives you security, it makes you feel like, okay, if something happens, whatever it may be, I have this money to fall back on. It is there, it is mine. I am secure, I can support myself. So that's my biggest thing. I always like to have a chunk of money to be able to fall on for emergencies. It's important in this life, unfortunately. The way that I save money is I obviously don't get paid in a very typical way. My paychecks are completely different. It can be a lot of money one month or it can be a little bit of money. Let's just say $1,000 hits my bank account. I'm going to take at most half of that money and I'm going to put it in my savings, depending on if I can do it at that time. But if I can't do half, I put at least $50 of my check. I will not let any money come into my bank account without putting, even if it's literally 50 bucks, into my savings. So anytime money is coming into your account, you take as much as you're comfortable with at that time and you put it in your savings. As long as you are building your savings a little bit at a time, a lot of it at a time, it's better than nothing. So always contributing some of your paycheck to your savings account helps me so much. Advice on getting off hormonal birth control while being sexually active with my long-term boyfriend. So this was something that I went through. This was something that scared the shit out of me. You get so used to not having to worry about pregnancy when you're on the pill. You feel like, oh my god, I have no idea how to do this and this is impossible and I just have to be on the pill forever. But that is not the case, I promise you. I did not know who to go to. I go to the gynecologist once a year. I did not feel like making an appointment just to talk to her about it. I didn't call. I was like, I'm going to figure this out on my own. This is kind of exposing my mother right now, but I tried to talk to my mom about it a little bit. Like I brought it up and she was like, I mean, that's your business. And I was like, okay, I am 23 or 22 at the time. She's right. This is my business. She was like, however you want to make that work for yourself. So I was like, okay, I'm going to figure this out. So actually what I did, looked up on TikTok, Sophia Pinella, and I watched all her videos about getting off of hormonal birth control. She has some YouTube videos on it, and I learned so much from her. She really helped me on my journey to getting off of hormonal birth control. So if anybody needs like in-depth advice, look up Sophia Pinella on TikTok. That's besides the point. What I do is I have the Aura ring, but I didn't have that at first. I was able to manage without it. I downloaded the app Natural Cycles, and I took my basal body temperature every morning with the thermometer. You can order it through the app. It's a specific type of monitor that takes your basal body temperature. Your basal body temperature fluctuates throughout your cycle, and it's basically able to detect when you're ovulating, depending on if it's, I think it raises when you are ovulating. So the app is able to narrow down when you're ovulating, basically. But Natural Cycles is the biggest help. And basically it gives you a set of green days and a set of red days, and red days you abstain from unprotected sex. I can't believe I'm talking about this on the internet. But hey, if it could help, then I don't care. And I'm super strict with it. If it says that I'm red, I am red, and I am using protection, period. If it's green, then you don't have to. Just being really strict and really listening to the app and also your body. But then I got the Aura ring, and it takes your basal body temperature for you, and you literally do not have to do a thing. You just look at the app and check if you're fertile or not. But basically, yeah, red days is when you're fertile and green days is when you're most likely not. How to relieve lingering anxiety and live in the moment. I love this question because I'm somebody who deals with anxiety a lot of the time, and I understand how hard it truly is and how it can affect you even in the most exciting times of your life. My best advice is simply be wherever your feet are. Whatever is in front of you, that's what you should focus on, especially when you feel a lot of anxiety arising. Just practicing being present in the moment, which is so much easier said than done, but something that has simplified it for me a lot is literally just looking down at your feet and being like, okay, this is where I am right now, and this is all I can focus on. This is the only thing in front of me. All this other crap going on in my mind, all these anxieties that I'm feeling are just thoughts running through my head. Those are not physical. Focus on the physical things around you, the people around you. And that's really what has helped me just be in the moment. Anxiety is just all thought and fear and scenarios. When I just like pause that and go, okay, the TV is in front of me, there's something playing, or I'm eating a meal, or I'm just standing in line. This is where I am. This is the only place I can be. So whatever I'm worrying about right now is not relevant. It's not in front of me. Focus on what's in front of you. I hope that helps. Advice on not being insecure in your relationship. I think a lot of the insecurities that we have can be caused by maybe actions of your partner. So for me, I think it was really important to let my partner know when I needed reassurance and when I needed certain things to just not be said or done. Communication is really what it all comes down to. But something that I always like to keep in mind is like when I feel jealous or nervous or insecure about a situation, it's like, okay, but who is he laying his head next to every single night? Me. Not the person he's with right now or whatever the case may be. It's like, who is he choosing to live his life with every single day? Me. I am the person that he's choosing. So when you're having a moment of weakness, just remember that. How to let go of people that you know aren't good for you. This ain't easy. I've done it, and sometimes it really sucks and sometimes it feels really good. I kind of want to lay down. Literally just do it. Like Nike says. It's like okay, think about when you're watching one of your friends surround themselves with someone you know isn't good for them, and you just get so frustrated and you're like, holy shit, like, can you just get over this person? Can you just get away from this person? Like, they're causing you nothing but stress and anxiety. You gotta say the same for yourself. And I think that something that has really helped me recently is recognizing a situation for what it is. So, for example, somebody really doesn't make you feel good. I have been thinking about my younger self so much, and it's like, who's gonna stick up for that younger self? Would you let your younger self be surrounded by somebody who's not lifting you up and not making you feel good, doesn't have your best interests at heart right now? If you were this age and you could stand next to your 5-year-old, 10-year-old self, you're not gonna let that happen to your 10-year-old self. She's still in there. Your 10-year-old self, your 5-year-old self, every age, it's still in there. So you gotta protect that girl, that boy that is just so innocent. I feel like that has helped me really respect myself and really be gentle with myself and care for myself. Like, remembering that that little girl is still inside of me. Ways to romanticize your life. I love this question. Oh my god, you have to. Like, what else? I wouldn't want to live any other way. That sounded really wrong. Because it's like, life would be so boring. So, what you have to do, what I do, when you want to dance, you get up and fucking dance. When you want to sing a song, you sing that song. When you want to go and do something but nobody wants to do it with you, do it by yourself. Coming back to the little girl in you, like, you gotta do the things that your soul wants. But I think something that helps me with, like, romanticizing everyday life is, let's say you gotta go to the doctor, right? You have to go to the doctor, you really, really don't want to go, but you make that doctor's appointment, the day comes, and you're like, oh, this sucks so bad. You go and get yourself that coffee, that juice, whatever it may be. Make yourself a lunch, something that is like a little treat to you. You do that before, on the way, while doing something you don't want to do. It helps so much. It gives that little spark to your day. What I would do is go out and get myself a coffee, go to the drive-thru, grab my favorite coffee before going to this shitty doctor's appointment that I don't want to go to. It's doing little things like that, or something else I like to do. I always call it having your own back. Like, if you're going out with your friends and you know you're gonna get home late, set your pajamas on your bed, maybe undo your bed a little bit for yourself, get your makeup remover ready, have your water bottle filled, things like that. OMG, make it so much better. And I also think just getting off your phone as much as possible really makes me romanticize my life, because it makes me more present and, like, makes me appreciate the little things around me, because I'm not buried in my phone. I'm really yapping. Oh my god. Not letting people's actions make you feel like a bad person for choosing you. Let me sit up for this one. I don't like to share too much of my personal life online, so I always try to keep, like, a fine line, but I feel like I want to let you guys, like, in on a little something, but not too much. Fuck, I can't. I don't think I can share it, but dude, never feel sorry for choosing you. Going back to the little girl inside of you again, it's like, if you feel like shit around somebody, get out. Like, who cares? You are the only one who is going to stick up for yourself. You're the only one who's going to take your 2 little feet and walk away from this person. You will go the rest of your life being around somebody who doesn't make you feel good. For what? I'm to the point where like I'm confident enough in myself and I'm just not afraid to choose me, but I understand why some people don't. Never feel sorry for choosing yourself. Like, why would you choose someone else over you? You're the one that matters. You're the one who has to sit with yourself and your brain and your thoughts every single day. Like, always choose you. You will be so much happier. Don't fucking worry about what anybody else has to say. All that should matter is how you feel. Of course, and this can sound a little selfish. I don't mean this to be like in a selfish way. You should care about how other people that you love and make you feel good feel. But you have to pour from a full cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And when you're around people that don't make you feel good, they take your cup and they go like this, and pour it all out all over the floor, and then you got nothing left to give. You gotta be with people who fill up your cup. I think it helps with dealing with the response to it when you are so confident that you know this is the right decision and you need to put yourself first. So just remembering why you did it, remembering how you feel when you're around that person, and knowing that you have your best interests. So your decision is your decision. Don't worry about what everybody else has to say if it makes you happy. Of course, don't make evil decisions and only worry about yourself. I'm just talking about like a friend that maybe doesn't make you feel good and stuff like that, boyfriend, whatever.
My point was there, like, I'm not out here telling you to like cut your mom or like family members out of your life. I'm talking about like a friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever, because when it comes to family it gets a little more tricky. So I was more so referring to like friendships and boyfriends and girlfriends, and yeah.
How to stay motivated on your passion when you're dealt with a lot of no's. Passion is passion, baby. Never let anybody take that away from you. If you're passionate about something, you keep going. I know everybody knows this saying from Kris Jenner. It's like, if somebody's telling you no, you're just asking the wrong person. And another saying that I love is, you have to go through 100 no's to maybe get that yes. Keep doing what you love no matter what the outcome is. If it makes you feel good, if you're passionate about it, keep on doing it. Any of the outside noise does not matter. As long as you're feeling fulfilled, passionate, happy, all the good feelings from what you're doing, if you just keep it up and keep that consistency, it will pay off. Maybe it'll pay off in a month, maybe it'll pay off in 10 years. I don't know, but I promise it will, as long as you put your heart into it. You got this, I promise. How to be more disciplined. I gave this advice to another answer, but I'm gonna give it again. You can get used to anything good or bad. You wanna get used to waking up late every single day, not getting things done, procrastinating, sure. You will easily get used to that. You want to get used to waking up early, doing the things that you need to do, going to the gym, eating healthy, whatever a good life looks like to you, you can get used to that. It's your choice. That's my biggest thing right now, is how I've become disciplined. And I also think it's like, I know how good I feel when I'm productive and I'm disciplined and I'm doing the things I need to do. It makes me feel really good. It may suck having to drag yourself to go do the thing you have to do, but it makes me feel really good at the end of the day when I'm cooking my dinner and the day's almost done and I look back, I feel awesome. Keeping in mind that even though getting into the routine of being disciplined kind of sucks in the beginning, it is so worth it in the end. And like, why waste your time doing dumb shit, dilly-dallying around when you could start your life that you want to live now? How to be truly happy and content with yourself. Coming from the last question, being disciplined, doing things when you say you're gonna do them, showing up for yourself, always leading with kindness and filling up your own cup, like doing the things that make you feel good, whether that's going for a run, painting, making clothes, being creative, being sporty, taking care of other people, taking care of yourself. Whatever it is, do the things that make you feel good and take care of yourself. You will have so much more respect for yourself, and that feels so good. It makes you feel content. And also just presence, baby. Be present, be where your feet are. Appreciating what's in front of you, whether it is a dumpster or a beach. Just be thankful you're breathing the air that goes into your lungs every single day. I think that's where the content aspect comes into play. It's like practicing mindfulness has helped me beyond with being content. And just not worrying about everybody else's life. Remembering that social media is not real. As somebody who makes the content for you to watch, I try to be as real as I possibly can. But do I go outside in my backyard with a skirt rolled up, pinned in the back? My hair looks horrible in the back, but good in the front. I cover my dark circles with sunglasses, but I put a nice lip on. So I cover the bad, all the bads behind me. The front looks phenomenal. The lighting's perfect. I took 70,000 pictures just to get one good one. It's like, it's all curated. My point is, stop right now. Comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing yourself to this one's life. I'm a victim to it even, and I am on the inside of content creation and seeing how it works. I even sit there and compare myself to others when I know you probably spent an hour trying to get that perfect shot on the beach. And now I'm going on a tangent, but basically, do not compare yourself to others. Be present. Appreciate what's in front of you. That's how you can get content, and I think that also just leads into you being truly happy with yourself. Appreciating the good things about you. Acknowledging the places where maybe you lack, and working on that. It's like, just face yourself and work on yourself and know that you are amazing and beautiful, and I love you, and you're human, and you're trying your best, and give yourself forgiveness. There's like so many things that can go. I feel like that's a really loaded question. I hope I didn't ramble too much for you guys. I hope that my advice helped you. Thank you all for submitting your questions. I love you guys really, really a lot, and I appreciate every single view, every single like, every single comment, any interactions. It is so appreciated. It helps me so much, and I hope that I can help you in any way, shape, or form. Have the best day. Comment this emoji if you watch up until the end so I can give you some extra love. Subscribe. I have hundreds of videos of myself over the past like 7 or 8 years that you can binge, so enjoy.